What's up guys, this is Orange the Titan, and for this video I am showing you my top 10 2019 figures of this year. These are the figures that made me happy, brought joy, and I honestly think, in my opinion, these are the best figures that I picked up this year and came out this year. With that, I will show you them now, with starting off with my 3 honorable mentions. Starting at number 3 is the Marvel Legends 80th anniversary, or year, let's say, Deadpool. And now this is my only Marvel Legends that's on the list. A lot of Marvel Legends came out, and I did my top 10 Marvel Legends, and this guy was actually number 1 for top 10. But there were just so many other figures that I fell in love with this year that I liked a lot more. So that's why I did not pick this guy my number 1 list at all, or on my top 10 list for 2019. But it's still a great figure. I really love it, and it's a great Marvel Legends, but I just preferred other figures. At number 2 is my Retro Cloth Trick or Treat Sam. I fell in love with this figure. At first, when I got announced by NECA, I didn't really care for it at first, but when I saw it first in hand, I fell in love with this figure. Yes, it doesn't come with a lot of accessories, but I don't know, I'm a big fan of NECA's Retro Cloth right now, and I've been collecting a lot of it, and this was my favorite Retro Cloth that came out this year. I honestly think this was better than the NECA Ultimate Sam. People like that one a lot more because of all the accessories and whatnot, but I don't know. I love the cloth goods. I love how it looks, and for number 2, this was a great pickup. And at number 1 for my last honorable mention is the Walmart exclusive Jedi Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi from the Black Series. I love this figure so much. This figure was so fun posing. I love the cloth goods. I love the face. I love the look. And I love the lightsaber. This was one of my favorite looks. This is one of my favorite looks for Luke Skywalker. And I love those, first 10-20 minutes when he's talking to Jabba, and I fell in love with this costume. I think I like this costume a little bit more than the one he wears when he fights his Vader, aka his father. But he almost made it on the list. But like I said, there's other figures that I preferred this year. But for my last honorable mention, this guy deserves it for sure. Starting off at my number 10 spot is the NECA Superman that came with the 2-pack. San Diego Comic-Con exclusive that came with the alien. I love this figure so much, and don't mind my Mezco Dread stand that's helping him to fly. I love it. On the camera, it looks like his costume's dark blue. It's actually more lighter than that. I like this figure. I'm a big fan of cloth goods, so I'm really glad they did the cloth good on the cape. I love how it looks. I honestly think this is the best Superman that we ever got. On this list, you're going to see that I haven't really showed all the accessories, but this guy came with this head and an angry shooting lasers head, and came with 2 fists. I like this figure. I have only 2 gripes about it. My 2 gripes would be I like that he came with fist hands and these flying hands, but I wish he came with grabbing hands / I wish he could move his head more up when he's flying, because he can't really do that. It can't go all the way up. But besides that, I think this is a strong release from NECA, and I'm really glad to have this in my collection. And at number 9 is the Hasbro Lightning Power Rangers collection. I really like this figure. This is one of the new last figures I got before I did this list. There's at least 2 figures I got before I did this list. Got this guy actually like 3 days ago. I love the Lightning collection. I had the Black Ranger on this list, and I honestly fell in love with this guy a lot more. I love the paint, I love the white, I love the green, and I love the story behind Lord Draken. And I think it's a kick-ass figure. He would have been higher on the list, but my biggest problem with him is the articulation with his head ain't as good, because, you know, this is black. This just his blocking, his articulation, and I like the second head a lot, but when you put it on, it's just, you can't really move it because of the long hair and whatnot. So that's why he's kind of lower on the list, but no, he is a great figure, and for my number 9 spot for sure, I like this figure a lot. And at my number 7 spot is my NECA Ultimate John Connor from the San Diego Comic-Con. I love this figure a lot, and I actually got this around my birthday. I fell in love with it. Actually, no, I tried to get it for my birthday because it came out, and I couldn't get it on the online shop. I was able to pick it up at Frankensons. I had to pay a little bit more than I wanted to pay, but oh my goodness, I love this figure. The detail, I love the accessories came with, the arm, the other head, the card reader that he uses, and the dirt bike. I'm so glad he got the dirt bike. But yeah, he was one of my favorite action figures of this year. There are some other ones that you're gonna see and be like, what? You know, I will say I probably have a little bit more NECA. I got like one more NECA after this, guys. But this was a great figure, and I fell in love with it. If you need a John Connor and you love Terminator, get this figure if you can. Yeah. At my number 7 spot would be the 35-year anniversary Siege Hasbro Megatron. You might be saying like, what? You would pick this over the John Connor? Yes, because, and I actually got this figure 2 days ago. This was my last new figure I just got, and the reason why I wanted this line, this got me into the Hasbro Transformers. I love Transformers, man, and but I'm really weird about Transformers. Like, I don't really care about the new movie looks and all that stuff. They're okay movies, but I was always a big fan of the original cartoon. And honestly, my favorite was, I like Optimus and all, but my favorite character in that show was honestly Megatron. I loved his look when he was the gun or the tank, and yeah, man, I really like the cartoon. I love the paint. The thing that really gives it off for me is the paint, man. I really like it, and I think this was a great pickup, and that's why he's on my top 10, and that's why, you know, he's my number 7, because I honestly think he was a great figure. And yeah, I like this a little bit more, better than my John Connor. I really do. And at number 6 is the Hasbro Black Series Emperor Palpatine Amazon exclusive. This guy's came out before. The original, I don't think looks good and sucks. This was my favorite Black Series of this year. I really like the Luke Skywalker, and I like the Mandalorian. Don't get me wrong, the Mandalorian's an amazing figure, but I've always been a big fan of the Emperor Palpatine, and when this came out with a better head sculpt, I never got the original one, I passed on it, but I like the head sculpts he comes with. I love, my favorite part is he comes with the electricity hands, ultimate power hands, and then he comes with his throne. Like, come on, at a good price point of $40, I mean, come on. I honestly think this is the best Black Series I own in my collection. I think he's the best Black Series so far, and that's my opinion, of course. But come on, ultimate power. But yeah, he's one of my favorites, and that's why he's on the list, and that's why he's number 6. And for my number 5 is the NECA Target exclusives 2-packs, TMT, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And yes, I know this is cheating. This is for 4 figures, but come on, guys, like, these are some badass figures. I have a bunch of turtle figures. I love the Ninja Turtles. I even have the movie ones, but I honestly think these are the best. I love these figures. And you know what? I see a lot of people put Ninja Turtles as 1. And you know what? I'm going with that. It's like an unspoken broken rule. You never split up the turtles. Never split up the turtles. I love these guys. I love on my shelf how they pop. I love the cartooniness. I just love everything. And I love the accessories that came with. If I had to pick one I'm gonna pick my guy Raphael. Out of all the turtles, he is my favorite. I used to picture myself as him when I used to get a little angry when I was a little kid, but I just love that pizza effect right there. And yeah, I think these are great figures. And if you have not got the turtles, you need the turtles in your life. And at number 4 is the Mezco 112 Blade figure. Let me fit this gun. There you go. I love this Mezco. He is one of my favorite Mezcos I own. I have some other Mezcos that I love a little bit more, but those are old and a couple years. This was, I think, out of all the Mezcos that came out, I think this was the best Mezco that came out this year. I'm a big fan of Blade. I love the look. I love the heads. I just love that head alone. I love the sword. I love the little blades. I love the jacket. I love the gun. This guy almost did not make it to my list. There was another Mezco I loved a lot that I almost had the list, and it was my Frank Castle Punisher from the Netflix series. But sadly, I did not put him on the list because right here on him, his arm broke and I barely moved it, and it snapped. And I've kind of stayed away a little bit from Mezco a little bit because I was all like, I don't want to pay an $80 figure or even more than that and have it break. But I posed this guy so many times and I had no problem, and I honestly think this is a great contender, and that's why he's at my number 4 spot. At number 3 in the top 3 is my main man Mike Tyson, Iron Mike, Storm Collectibles. Now it's funny because even my best friend tells me, out of all the Storm Collectibles, so this year you picked Mike Tyson, and yes, and I'll give you the reason why is he's a badass mother. I'm not gonna say that last word, but he's a bad mother, man, and I fell in love with this figure when I got him. I love other Storm Collectibles, all those Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and I have those. I fell in love with this one, and I took some good photos, and I played with them. And you know what? I think the reason why I like this figure a lot more than all the other Storm Collectibles is I like boxing, and I was always a big fan of Mike Tyson, even through the bad times. And I loved him in the Hangover movie. I really did. So I just love posing this figure. I love him having crazy scenes with Superman or Alien, or hell, for the hell of it, Ninja Turtles, and fighting them. And I just think he's a great figure, and he was a great pickup this year. And he's at my number 3. He was actually my number 1 for a little bit, but these other 2 figures I got were just so much better. But yeah, Mike Tyson for number 3. And at number 2 is my main man right here, Darth Vader SH Figure Arts Return of the Jedi version. I honestly think this is the best Darth Vader we've ever got. The Hasbro's cool, the other SH Figure Arts, Mafex, any other company that's made a Darth Vader with this size and this height is not doing good for me. I honestly think this is the best. I love this figure so much. It was so hard to pick him or my other pick for the top 1 list, but I like my other figure a lot more, a little bit more, just a little bit. That's all it was. It was like maybe 5% more like my other figure, but man, this was an amazing figure. I love the lightsaber. I love the articulation. I love that he comes with multiple different hands. He does come with 2 lightsabers, one to hold and one to hang off his belt. Unfortunately, my friend lost it when we were driving around, and it's somewhere in my car or somewhere because I lost that thing. But man, I love this SH Figure Arts Darth Vader. I even like the second head he comes with. A lot of people say they don't like the cape, but I actually like the cape, and sometimes I really don't like rubber capes or rubber stuff like this, but I think it went perfect. I think it was smart to do cloth and then rubber right there. I just love this figure, man. I could talk hours and days about how much I love this guy, but for number 2, he deserves it, and for the best runner-up. But this figure was just, the other figure I'm about to show you was just so much better. I'm so glad I got it. The one, the only Venom, Mafex Venom. Man, I love this figure so much. I gotta thank my mom and dad. They got this for me for Christmas. I didn't even expect to get this, to be honest with you. They asked me what I would like, and I said, you know, Mafex Venom, and you know what happened? I got Mafex Venom, and I love this figure, guys. I love my Darth Vader too, but I feel like this is just the figure of the year for me. I've been trying to get this figure for the longest time. I never got it, and when I did try to get it, people wanted not just 100, they wanted at least 2 to 3 for upsell, and I wasn't with that, so I told myself that if I could get it for a good price, I would pick it up, or if I can just find it, I will. But yeah, my parents got it for me for Christmas, and I love this figure. The articulation alone is perfect, and I know there's 2 things that a lot of people don't like about this. People don't like how the knees are blue. That doesn't bother me. I love actually the blue on him. I love the blue tint. I think it brings him out more. And I know the big no-no thing that a lot of people don't like is he's so small, and he's just like Spider-Man, like a little taller than Spider-Man. But you know, guys, I actually prefer this look for Venom. I actually thought this was the best look for him, because Venom's not supposed to be big. He's not, you know, when he first started out in the comics, don't get me wrong, I love giant Venom, crazy Venom, but when, you know, Venom started in the comic books, he was just a normal guy that was just buffed up a little bit more than Spider-Man, and that's it. He wasn't this crazy Spider-Man thing, and you know, he had white webs. But I love this, and I like that head. I like the other head. I'm actually gonna show accessories, but my favorite head I like to pose him on is the Betty Brockett. I mean, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. It's amazing. I just love that head. But in this case, I just thought I'd show this. And yeah, he doesn't come with the head with the tongue, but I actually like this. I like that a lot better than having him have a tongue. But yeah, guys, he was my #1 pick of this year, and I'm talking a little bit longer for this guy, but yeah, #1 for sure.